5, 4, 3, 2. Shizzy with the Xbox here. L1 the philosopher. Link, I'm here with.
It's Astronaut H, man. I'm here. Let's get right into it.
Episode 8, Bel Air.
Episode 8.
From episode 7. What's going to happen
Yeah.
after Will, Lisa, and Carlton had their little thing at the end. All right.
Yeah. Nobody wins when the family feuds. That's the name of this episode. So this is really good. It's really good title.
Good. Exactly. Good title. So we're gonna see if this is a win. Oh, first of all, do you agree the last episode was a win, or we ever talked to you?
The last two episodes. I really like. I'm gonna be honest with anybody that's watching this show. I really like this show.
All right.
I really like the show.
So 7.
I really. I think every episode is better. It gets better and better.
I feel like it's all
building.
Hidden. Yeah,
it's building. I like it.
It's fire. Yeah, so you agree there. So we're 7-0 starting this episode. All right, so episode starts. We got Uncle Phil. He out with a politician. Did we get the politician name, H? Did we
I missed this. I missed his name. His name is in there. I missed it.
Exactly. But he out there with the politician. Carlton is his caddy.
Yes.
First they let you know that Carlton's on punishment because they taking a long walk to the
now all right. This is one of the this opening scene.
That's the scene.
Kind of had me a little perturbed. I'm be honest with you.
Oh, from the rip.
All right. So all right. So last episode, granted, if you've seen episode 7, you know Carlton, they had a party at the house. The cops ended up coming to the house. Lisa ended up, calming the cops down, talked to her dad, etc., etc. Now, fast forward to this week's episode, Carlton and Uncle Phil is on the golf course, his dad, and Carlton brings up the issue about he being on punishment and Will not being on punishment.
Yeah, they had to set.
I kind of took that to heart because it's Will's birthday, so y'all decide to hold off on his punishment.
Yeah, you should hold on more punishment.
More favoritism towards the nephew, and Carlton showed that.
Yeah, he's blatantly showing it more and more. Like, all right, come on, guys. Like, do y'all not love me? But Uncle Phil Lee said his angle, that how the viewers look at it. You've been in our world. You know how we supposed to move from the rip. Will, he hasn't. He came from a little rough area. He's learning. So I suspect him that bumps on the road, but not you. But now we got
I understood that. I understood that.
I still feel
all I'm saying is for you guys to again like do this to Carlton. This doesn't help out with character progression. This keeps him also being in a jealous rage every time Will comes around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, all right, all I know is at that moment I was it gave me a little pushback for the episode, how it was starting out.
I saw that.
Now,
so I look at it like, so they did set the scene, right? So they set the scene, let you know it's his birthday. Like you're right, they could have told us a different way, but I guess, and maybe Carlton should have been punished with Will after the birthday. Y'all both would be punished after Will's birthday. Yeah, that probably would make more sense because that's going to give Carlton a little more. I hate Will.
Exactly.
But next scene, like you see that his mom is coming down. I think his mom is coming down for the birthday.
So, they open it up. They as Aunt Viv and Will. They at the airport.
Well, now I'm thinking private because they was right there at the plane.
It was at the plane.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Thinking.
It wasn't LAX.
I'm thinking
that wasn't LAX.
No, it wasn't. I'm thinking though. I'm like, all right. So he like, all right. Thank you, Aunt Viv, for putting off my punishment for a little bit so I can have some fun for my birthday. So I'm thinking, all right, plane. I'm thinking Trey is on the plane.
Oh.
I'm thinking Trey is on the plane. I'm like, oh, Trey gonna get off the plane. They gonna have some good times, right?
Oh, okay. You wasn't ready for.
I was not expecting Va to get off the plane though.
Oh, okay. So you was like, all right. So
I was expecting. Now, Mom Dukes get off the plane.
You back.
And Will is excited to see his mom.
Sounds like
his mom is excited. That was Will Smith. Again, we see it all the time, but that was one of them times, right? So, Link, I'm gonna ask you, right? Now, Will sees his mom and Vaz sees her sister. The disconnect was there as soon as she got off the plane.
Felt it.
That's your sister.
Nope, it ain't.
She hugged Will. Like Vaz hugged Will like she ain't seen him in years.
I love you.
But it's only been a few months. She ain't see her sister in how long? And they act like they ain't even want to embrace each other. So it was like you seen the disconnect already happening 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes into the show.
It was crazy. They didn't care, bro.
It's like we already knew from previous episodes they had a disconnect, but I feel like this episode was really going to show you why and how they are where they at right now in their relationship.
That's facts. So she get off the, like you say, she off the plane. She embraced Will like I said, it's been 20 years.
Yeah, like it's been years. It's only been months.
And she embraced her sister like it's been months. And for her, it's been 20 years. So it's kind of on role reversal. After that scene, I think they go back to Phil. And if not, let's just finish Uncle Phil's story with the golf.
Yeah, no, this is very important to the episode.
So beforehand, we talked about Carlton. He was saying how like he actually brung up in the beginning episode, like, you doing that, how it can hurt the election and things like that. And, and Carlton like, okay, whatever, Dad's saying this. But we see it now. We see the politician look at him like, I want to endorse you because you're a good guy. But, man, it looks like you don't got your family in check. Now, this changes the whole next episode, what's going to really happen, because he's looking like, because he does have his family in check, to be real. He does. But look at everything that's happened. Like your son, well, not to what we see, what they see. The politicians see your son throwing parties, cops coming there. We see your daughter out there shuffling.
Thirst trapping.
Exactly. Online. And then apparently the wife had an outburst. No, that was at a different. So I'm trying to think, where did this outburst happen? Was that at the house or was that at the event she went to? With Michael.
That was at the. I think that was at the house. But
whatever that got out. That got out though. Whatever it was.
The main component. Oh,
that's right. That's right. With Lisa.
She hasn't been. She hasn't been on the camp. She hasn't been on the camp. Vivian hasn't been on the campaign trail with him since then.
No, she's been.
So it's looking like this perfect family that you had is not so perfect.
Yeah.
This image of Phil Banks, the common everyday, stand up for justice. You can't even control your own household. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? To an average voter, like he said, between you and Fred, y'all gonna split the vote. I can't just back you. I gotta back the candidate. And you're not looking like that right now.
Yeah, and that gets Phil to start thinking of what he can do to solve this issue. To get Fred up out of there. Yeah, he comes up with a plan. And before that, to continue with his storyline, and Carlton. Well, he sees Carlton at the end, and Carlton like, hey, what? He's not going to endorse you? What's wrong, Dad?
Yeah.
And he didn't tell him what happened. He just saying, yo, you need to tighten up. You need don't throw no parties. He didn't. I don't know if he should have told him, because Carlton's still like 16. Do you supposed to say, look, what y'all did is affecting my campaign? Maybe he should have said that, but
he said that. Said that, but in not those exact words.
I'm not blatantly saying what you like. He just brought up everything y'all just did. So you understand how serious this is.
Exactly.
But he just let Carlton know he has to do better and whatever. They end up leaving. What happened next? We want to get into.
This is this, and they reminisce. They having a little reminiscent story about Philly. They say something, but Vivian and Vaz, like, they looking around like, you done came a long way from when you remember at your wedding where we ate the reception food for 2 weeks.
Well, I think she said she can't make it to our wedding, and she said and we had so it was crazy times, and she's and it's 20 years. She's been out here in 20 years. So 20 years we became a success story. And she seemed like in the beginning that she's listening to when she's happy, kind of happy for our success.
Yeah.
But you see it, there's some still feel the tension there. Then they have a little powwow on the couch, reminiscing. We'll say, hey, last time we did this.
Link, remember before that, you remember what happened?
What? Tell me. What?
Who texts Will? Who texts Will?
Oh, that's I wrote that down too. Yo,
who texts Will?
I'm mad about this for the rip, bro. I'm mad. All right, so look, all right, rewind. All right, hit play. All right, so my man, like, yo, mom's this is where I'm living at. He goes to take our bags upstairs, right? So he's going upstairs. He get a text. Hey, I'm in the pool house from Lisa.
I'm in the pool house.
I'm like, first of all, let's just talk about that. I could do a whole episode on this. First of all, did she just trespass on the property, bro?
She back at the house where she ain't supposed to be at.
She snuck at the crib.
You ain't supposed to be there.
And then you in the pool house. Yo, my mom here, bro, and my aunt here. Like, you snuck. You know what I'm about to do? He had to tell her, yo, I'm about to go to the airport and pick up my mom's.
Yo, I'm like this, right? When she texted,
done, bro.
I'm in the pool house, right? I'm in the pool house. I'm like, Lisa, just don't get enough of Will, huh?
No. She's sprung. She's sprung.
Now she pull him in the pool house. They kissing, and I'm like, oh, Will about to again, right? He like, oh no. I'm like, okay, Will. I'm like, he like, no, I can't do this right now.
Then he said something more nutty. He said something more nutty after that, though. Yo, you should see her right now. She ain't supposed to be there.
She's not even supposed to be at the house. Yeah. I don't even know if Viv know. I don't even know if Aunt Vivian know you and Lisa is together.
Yeah, they never show. So last episode, they made it. No, they didn't make it official. No, last episode they did, I think. But
they did.
Some time went past in that episode. They didn't want to tell Carlton. But this had to happen for a week. That had to have been like at most. It had to be a week when they start dating. Until now, I think this is like 2 days later. This is not even.
Yeah, it's been a while though. Like, Will's been there officially a long time because it's been months.
He's been there 3 months.
Yeah, it's been months.
Yeah, like that's just So that was crazy. And Lisa's like, look, I can't just meet your mom. I'm some random girl out of nowhere. You know, right?
And then Will said, "You're not just some random girl."
Yeah, man. Like,
You're not just some random girl.
All right. So he said, "Won't you meet her tomorrow?" Right after we have
at the party. Yeah.
So like, all right, we got that set up. All right. So now they kind of Will, I guess she just sneaks back off the property.
I don't know because they switch the next. Yeah. I believe the next scene is Hillary.
Yeah, it goes into the Hillary story.
It's Hillary doing the
Hillary, and that's what I'm gonna say about Hillary. Yeah, Hillary.
It's the sexy
Hillary.
Chef.
This whole last 2 episodes was a Nike slide, bro. She was flip-flopping all over the place, bro. So
it's the sexy
chef. So they show her. I don't know if they started with this, but she was going to do another sexy video. She was having second thoughts while she's about to do the sexy video. She cuts off the camera. And then I want to even continue with her story. So I think he comes in or she meets up with him. He said, hey, you about to do another video? She's saying she might do some other things.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Last video was 3
we
million.
already know what the numbers did.
Yeah, 3 million. You already, you got some deals for her sponsorships. And then she said, she didn't even say she won't do it. She said, I want to talk to my parents first. I don't want to blindside them again.
He like that. You need a permission slip?
Yeah, because it is weird because you did it the first time. So she like, I just don't want to surprise him. All right, that's kind of honorable, right? It's like, all right, she flip-flop, but at least she's trying to stay on her decision now. So when she do meet up with them later in the episode, like she meets up with them, she says, she just want to tell them and they confused. Phil, Uncle Phil already heard this dumb stuff at the golf course. So was she saying, I kind of like, oh no, sexuality. She like, well, black women do say they label the hoe. Well, white women do. No, they label hoe twos, by the way. But
they label,
and Uncle Phil like, I don't need all this. Like this whole pop. I understand that. So what are you trying to say? Because it sounds like you're not trying to put down the video. Now, Vince said it sounds like you want to put up more, and she admits, yes, that's what I want to do.
I want to explore.
Yeah, and Uncle Phil, he's hurt because he like, I'm trying to. I build this family. I just asked them why this campaign is happening. Can they chill?
Yeah.
Not even after the campaign. Why the campaign happening? Can y'all chill? And they not. And he looking at Eva Viv like, you're not helping me on. You're not fighting back with me. He leaves. He just like, I gotta figure out how to get in front of this. What to talk about. He's upset. Aunt Viv is just basically saying to her like, I know it's better to listen to you than like say something, like argue with you. But is this who you really are? Does this really represent you?
Yeah,
that get to start thinking again, I guess.
Yeah, because you got to think about it on a grand, like the whole landscape of Hillary's like venturing out on her own. She want to do things to where as though she don't have to lean on her parents for any type of help or guidance. And still, you have to remember this is your first time venturing out on your own, and you going into a dangerous world. You saw that in the last episode. Well, not even the last episode. Was it the last episode?
Last episode where she went to the party? Or?
Yeah, when you put the post up.
Oh, yeah, that was 2 episodes ago. Yeah.
So you want them to take it down, and then you saw what came with it. You was like, this is what I wanted. 12K a post.
Yeah.
They people are receiving my content better, etc., etc. Now you're getting a pushback because you don't want to put it, out on the forefront that this is all you're about is sexuality. Yeah. So it's
weird. It's a weird story. I see why she's conflicted because of her personality. Because even who's the owner of the house?
Kylo? Caillou?
It could be yeah.
I want to say I want to say Caillou. No, but Kylo, I want to say Kylo.
That sounds a little better. Yeah, but because he brings that up later. Like we're gonna like even talk about that. So like how her patterns, how she attacked life. And it's tracks because
psychoanalyzed him. Psychoanalyzed her. Yep.
Yeah. So after like she leaves, she still goes on her scenes and like I guess she's more conflicted. She don't know what to do. So she approaches Kylo with other options. I got these other options. And he's casually editing a video. So
he's casually editing content. Yes.
Yeah, and he like, I'm afraid you was gonna be like this.
I knew it was coming.
She's like, what do you mean? And he started bringing up like he looked in the past, like she quits things when it gets tough or when she don't get her way. And he said he showed her different times. You did this in college. You did this there. We got home. Different adventures you had. You just left. Different ideas you had that maybe got some traction before, but you didn't like. You just stopped doing it. And she said, "Well, I'm just trying to find myself." That was her excuse. And he's saying,
"Yes,
these qualities can happen easily when you never have to pay your own bills." And she got offended by that, but on our end, we know she's rich though, so that's facts because that's why Aunt Vivian said you live in our pool house, you have been spending our money, and you're turning down good jobs. So this goes back even to that she has a pattern, and the bad part is she didn't even confront it because in her storyline she ended up leaving the house, but she has to pay a $50,000 penalty.
He said that
leaving.
When Kylo said, "Listen, you
can leave.
You want to leave?
I own the content,
but you got to pay me. You got to pay me a kill fee.
Yeah,
you got to pay me a kill fee.
You owe me the $50,000.
She like a kill fee. You didn't know. Nobody knew the number. He didn't say the number until she said the number to Jag.
Yeah, later.
But
he
was like, you got to pay me a kill fee. You didn't read the contract. You didn't read the contract? Like,
and that's crazy. But it shows again, she's not paying attention. She's just doing what she wants when she wants to do. Even though she don't realize she's kind of hurting herself. Like even the idea at the beginning, like when she got the magazine people said like a couple comments, so we watching it could feel Hillary. But at the end of the day, it's like, you could use this job for a year, you could ball out, you could build and you leave. No, you was like, oh, they're against my people. Like she went a whole different route.
Yeah, she went a whole
and justify herself.
Made a post about it.
Here's the crazy part. I didn't think about this. So then, right, when Eva Anveli tried to say, you're burning bridges just to burn them, like everybody else around her thought she did good. So she felt good about it. Same thing with the sex video. When people start saying she did a good thing, now she's like, oh, it's cool. So she's not really going about what she wants. She's hearing other people like, oh, that's good, then that's good then. So now it's a flaw in her character. I guess we've seen.
It's a constant pattern.
Yeah, that if she feels like if she questions anything she do, if somebody praises it, she's
okay with it. Now let's get into when everybody's in the living room. Let's just say the living room. We don't know. It might be the second living room.
Yeah, the third one. The third one.
The third room. I don't know. The family. The family room.
They're in the den.
They're in the family room, right? So Aunt Viv is there. Hillary. Well, they all.
Everybody.
Will is there. Everybody.
If Uncle Phil is there, I think everybody's there.
Everybody is there. Yeah, everybody is hugging. Viv, we ain't see Vi, we ain't seen you in this long, and we start digging into the past.
Will say we haven't been around each other since grandma, right?
Like Hillary used to. Where you get them recipes from? Grandma used to throw it down back at the barbecues. Damn, why we stop doing that?
Yeah, actually,
why we stop doing the family reunions?
Because Ashley never seen her grandma, so she's
right. She's like, why we stop doing the family reunions? Well, because this goes into this goes into family in general. It's like you have that one pillar of the family, and then once that gets broken, once that pillar dies or something happens, everybody else in the family just like, all right, well, they ain't putting together the family reunions no more. So what's the reason for us to carry the tradition?
Yeah, so I don't know if this is a human being thing in America, but it definitely happens to Black families a lot. Like, a lot of times it's the funny part. A lot of times it is the grandparent. Cause when my grandma passed not that long ago, we told ourselves we got to make sure we try to stay together because that's the house we went over. Everybody went over her house. Everybody seen each other at her house, ate food at her house. Now that she's gone, we got to try our best to try to stick together because you have to put effort in. And when grandma's, you don't have to put effort. You just want to see grandma.
And that's what Will was saying. He was like, listen, y'all, but let's do things different without y'all getting all catty about it and things like that, and and you could tell.
But let's get into the story. Important. Let's get into the story though. So she was saying like basically her grandma got sick. Her mom, Viv said her mom got sick, and she like I had to take care of her.
I had to take care of her.
Y'all basically left me alone to take care of her. And I'm like, we was over here building our lives, and we sent you money. Well, Uncle Phil said that. We sent money to help out.
Yeah, we sent money.
What's the quote she said? Do you remember that?
Money don't change bedpans.
Yeah, she said that it pays bills, but it don't change bedpans.
Yeah, money don't change bedpans.
So this whole episode,
but you could hire. Viv said, but you could have hired help.
That means they gave her enough money to hire help.
Yeah, and then Vaz's pushback was, my mother. You could have. You don't want your family in the hands of a stranger. Very true.
Facts.
Very true.
But if she was at the LA same
time, I just felt like in this whole episode, it was between Vi and Vivian. It was what you did versus what you didn't do. That's what it was the entire time. But hearing both of them go back and forth.
Yeah, both of them back and forth. I feel the same way, H. And I feel like when it comes to Will mom, she kept looking for this word credit.
Oh,
everything with everybody around her, she wanted credit. Credit.
Yes. Listen, because in that scene where Vivian and when they first come into the house, Vivian and Vi is like, Will is this. Vivian just kept saying, Will is this, Will is that. She was like, well, Vi was like, well, I had some credit in it too, not just you and Phil. She was like, yeah, you sent him out here, but at the same time, it's like, you sent him out here to us for a better opportunity, right? Ain't that's why you did that?
She just want credit. She said it to Will. Her and Will was walking.
She said it.
She like, you giving them all the credit? He like, oh, no.
Yeah. But here's another thing. Vi said that perked my ears up. It was like when she was like, I think it's time to tell Will about his dad. And Link, I thought you was going to be right. I'm not.
I was about to be mad, bro.
I thought you was going to be right. I thought you was, because Vivian's face was like, you think it's a good time to be telling you about that now? I was like, oh, Link might be one. I'm like, oh, he might be.
I was mad. I'm thinking that this better not be. But I'm thinking I'm not gonna watch the show. Yo, because that's how they.
They painted it like that, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
they set it up. They set it up.
I was thinking like, no, it can't be, bro. If this is nutty. If this is what it is.
I'm like, all right, they're gonna take your words and twist them. Like, all right, like they're gonna take the whole story and twist it around.
But it is interesting though. When she said that, the way she reacted, he might hate all of us. And on not spoiler, they never told us in this episode, so we don't know legitly why we will be mad at everybody because something they're not telling us either. Yeah, it's something. It's something. But they was peeling. They was pulling back a little bit.
A few layers. Yeah, they peeled back a few layers.
So after that, she said, no, what happened after that scene? That was her and Will walking right now on the boardwalk, right? Or
no, they ain't even get there yet. This is still the same night in the house when they do the couch. Remember, they go upstairs.
And that's what she told. I want to tell Will.
They're Will and his mom is talking. Yeah, they're talking. Yeah, they talking, and she's just talking to Will about, damn, you look like you becoming so much of a man, blah 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 blah. I like, who you're becoming, etc., etc. And you could just hear her voice like, Will, I think I want to tell you, like,
yeah, she was concerned because she said, I'm surprised you remember the stuff at the grandma.
Yup. Yeah.
Do you remember anything else? And Will went straight up to like freak mode. He like, yeah, I remember I was like 4 or something. This chick kissed me at the park. That was a good time.
Yeah, but you seen it in Vi's eyes. She like, that's all you can remember. She's like, how much do you know? Remember? Can you remember about your dad? He's like little bits and pieces.
And this will help. This will help me, bro. When he said bits and pieces, I'm like, all right, can't be what I think it is that I'm.
Yeah, I'm like, Link might be right though. He might like Phil might have walked out on me and said, "Yo, I'm gonna go with your sister and do my career thing."
Bro,
like,
that was crazy.
Right.
I'm like, if this is true, this is trash. Because that means he had Hillary, then had Will. It went back.
Yeah, listen. It was so crazy because I'm listening to the whole dialogue. I'm like, yo, Link might be right. It's crazy.
Yo, Phil crazy, right? Pop, bro. I was like, yo, I was just joking. Like, I wasn't joking. I thought they did that. I'm going to be mad because that's what it seems like. They're looking for mad drama.
So the scene that follows up is Phil and G in the office.
Basically, yeah, that goes. So yeah, he set up G set up the meeting with him and
he asked him to do the meeting with Fred.
Yeah. So they got that set
meeting with Fred.
And then G like, oh, what's going on? You still seem worried. And he says it that helps us out. Cause first, I think he still says he want to tell Will about his father. I'm like, all right, they being too vague. I'm like, because they talked about the Fred thing, and then Phil sat on the couch like yo, something G was like, yo, something bothering you, like what's going on? Yeah, because in the previous scene,
like Phil ain't had no listen. Phil didn't have a tie on. Oh, no, he just was like, bro, super relaxed, and G was like, yo, like what's going on?
Yeah.
Like
it was scary because in the previous scene before that, Vivian, that's when she she wants to tell Will about her fight. She could have said Lou. When she said, I want to think, that's what I thank God. Yeah. Oh, and that he got mad at, like, she painting deadlines. She's going into her painting because she's still mad at Phil for stepping up as a man and doing what he's supposed to do. But she's still upset at that because she felt like she sacrificed herself by focusing on her kids. But I guess that's her life.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like when you look at scenes like that, when you look at certain scenes and you like, oh, they getting in depth though. They're not just giving you, oh, Phil and Vivian is having stripes within the marriage because she want to do something with her profession. No, they telling you why. Like, no, like remember remember this or remember that, or deadlines and you trying to put us on the back burner. No, that's not what it is, but I still resent you, remember? Yeah. Like that was only a week ago. What you thought that just went away? What you thought?
So she's not gonna be on the campaign.
She's still mad. Yes. Yeah. So Link, Phil wants to. He wants Jeffrey to find Lou.
Yeah, and stop him from seeing Will.
And stop him from finding Will.
We hopefully think he means pay him off.
Hopefully, I mean,
but
hopefully
we don't. Well, we don't know when it comes to G what he really mean. Like we hope he just mean, hey, bro, you probably know where Will at. We understand that. Stay away for a little longer. Here's some coin. Keep it pushing. Follow one of your dream, like one of your dreams you haven't, do one of that,
Yeah.
Hopefully that's what the wink was. But hope it ain't something else. But after that happened, go ahead.
I just wanted to talk about the next scene.
Yeah, what's next scene?
The next scene is breakfast.
Yeah, she had the whole smorgasbord.
She had the spread. She had the morning spread. I ain't like it, but she had it though. She had the ham,
the swine, and all that.
That's not Philly. That's not Philly. Ham, potatoes, and biscuit and buttermilk biscuits.
I ain't gonna lie. If they would have had like the Philly part of the episode, we did skip that. When she brought up the Poppy Stir cheesesteak is better than the place they probably just went.
Well, yeah, that's when they came in the beginning episode. Yeah,
and then here it's like if they would have like. I don't eat pork personally, but if they would have had like scrapple there, it would have been like, oh, you brought scrapple from Philly? Yeah, you could have like make it like that would have been. They could have
had scrapple instead of ham. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that would have been fire.
Yeah, she would have been, oh, you brought scrapple with you? Yeah, son, it's like, that would have been fire. So
yeah, that would have been fire.
A little more of that. A little more of that, we probably would have but the ham, just seeing the crisped up ham, it's like, we good.
I don't want that swizzy. And
then the mama biscuits though.
Biscuits was fluffy. Yeah, biscuits was fluffy. They was like Carlton was like, you could cook on fire. She was like, yeah, who you thought was doing all the
them biscuits was so good. Carlton fell in love with Will. He hated Will all 7 episodes. When he ate that biscuit, he went, you know what, Will?
This biscuit. Your mama, boy, your mama.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, you know what? You ain't that bad now, boy. You
ain't that bad. Now that I think about it, you ain't that bad.
That's how good the biscuit was. But yeah,
biscuits was fluffy.
You said, you can continue when
they was asking questions. She was like, your mom ain't never tell you this? Well, when she was out chasing, jumping on stage with D'Angelo.
Oh, let's get to the disrespectful quote. First, he said, like, why my mom don't know how to cook like this? Because she said, oh, your mom was out there running the streets.
Yeah. Running the streets.
I don't know what Carlton know what that mean, but we from Philly. It's like, what? What you?
Running behind D'Angelo on stage. She's like,
we seen the video with D'Angelo.
I didn't run behind him. He caught me on stage with his eyes.
Vivian was a freak.
Vivian from Philly.
Exactly.
Vivian from Philly was a freak.
Yeah, West Philly. She was drawing down there.
She was a freak. But in that scene, you still felt the strife between Vivian and Vi.
It felt like they tried to get along, but it just wasn't clicking. But it was trying.
It was trying. Will even said it. He was like, "Mom, you can take me to the beach for my birthday." And then Vivian was like, and I can meet y'all for lunch. Like,
if that's okay with you.
Yeah, if that's okay with you.
It's
like
okay,
because
I guess.
I feel like in that moment, Vivian didn't want Vi to tell Will about his dad without her.
Yeah, she wanted to be there to just in case.
She wanted to be there because I think whatever it is about Lou, something is there that something is not connected.
I thought we was gonna learn this episode, but they didn't tell us, so that means it's gonna happen a little later. And I was like,
but you got, again, like I told you before, like you got to remember, Will didn't see his dad in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air until later on in the show.
Oh, facts. That's why I thought I thought we was gonna learn about him, but not Will. I thought it was gonna I thought Uncle Phil's gonna tell Jeffrey so we can hear it. So I'm thinking like, all right, somebody's gonna say something so we know what's happening. But even we don't know, so we're gonna be like Will when we find out. We're gonna be surprised as well.
Everybody, yep. I feel like everybody's gonna learn about him together.
Yeah, and so like you said, after that, they show him walking on the beach, and that's when she kind of brings up the dad again. She said, you kind of look like your
mom, like
something like that. But then let's get to when they in the restaurant. Yeah, so when he's sitting there, Aunt Vivian coming a little late. They talking about how they just seen Christina Aguilera.
Yeah,
and this is the whole thing with vibe and credit too. So when Aunt Viv said, "Oh yeah, we seen
Rihanna."
Yeah, they saw Rihanna last time, and she's like, "Oh, you come here." Like she didn't seem happy that he.
No, she wasn't happy about that.
She
wasn't happy.
Yeah, because she realized she's the outsider now, right?
Yep.
She's entering their world. It's not her and Will entering their world. Will, that's a part of their world. And that reminds her, we find out that Aunt Vivian, she felt like left her world and just forgot them. So she felt like you're trying to do the same thing. So this is actually sees that, her thinking like,
okay. It's more at the table. It's more bickering between Vi and Vivian.
Here's the crazy part, because now the scene is happening to be on right now for some reason. I didn't realize that Will is sitting right next to Aunt Vivian. So the angle vibe is looking at, she sees them together.
He's not sitting next to his mom. He's sitting next to his aunt.
Yeah, so it makes sense because they sitting across from each other.
Wait, Link. Or is he, plot twist, is he sitting next to his mom and sitting across from his aunt? Plot twist.
Yo, technically speaking, like we don't like what if Will, but yeah, what if Lou is the father, but Vivian's the mom? Yo,
plot twist.
Yo, so and maybe he drawed and he left, and that's what Phil like he took his ex back because he already had it like, look, I still love you, I still want to be with you, and that's what she went through her breakdown with her painting, and Phil took over.
Plot twist.
So and then like and maybe his mom, maybe she lost a kid, so she wanted to take care of Will. She wanted that motherly thing, and
I'm gonna take care of Will while she
looks too much.
You chase your artistic dream in LA
because you can't take care of two kids. You got Hillary already.
Take care of
and then Phil's and Phil is going. You know what I mean? And oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That better not happen though.
No, what I mean, it's like these are hypotheticals.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But you never.
It's fun to reimagine it because it's still a show at the end of the day. But that would be really crazy.
Yeah, because we want to see that. We were like, whoa, like the whole time was like, and then Aunt Vivian. Or the reason why Aunt Vivian couldn't take care of her son because he looks too much like Lou, and the pain is still there. So she had to give it to her sister. Because she couldn't deal with the pain she went through. The man, that's what her ex Uncle Phil come back and be like, I still want I take care of you. Forget boy, he nutty, and that's why he don't want him around Will because he don't want to deal with that because it's gonna mess up his marriage.
Crazy. Oh, that'd
be crazy.
That would be absolutely insane.
That'd be next level. Y'all write down in the comments some crazy scenarios
that y'all think might be in the show.
Exactly. Or should be to make it more drama.
Scene,
but yeah.
Phil meets with Fred. He tells Fred, by the way. He tells Fred, your daughter was at the party. Got LAPD called. We know why. Ain't nobody take her alcohol content. I'm like, oh, Phil hitting below the belt early.
Yeah, because Fred came out all high and mighty. Like, oh, why you late? I'm still a cop. I'm a public servant.
I'm a public servant.
I don't bend the law like you. Bro, your daughter was at the party, bro. What you mean you don't bend the law like me, bro? Oh, and that actually reminds me of the beginning episode. Phil tells Carlton he bend the law for him. And that made Carlton look at his dad different because he was already mad that he bent the law for Will. So now I guess he feels more like, thank you. I think that helped out Carlton with his father. I think, okay, he loves me like he loves Will, since Will's his other son. That's from a. So where are we at now? We would just talk about
Fred and Phil, they come to a compromise about the election.
Facts.
If all right, when we do our debate, whoever is leading in the polls after the debate, the other one bows out. Right? Now, in all fairness, right? If I was Fred, why would I just agree? Like, why would I just agree, like, just wholeheartedly? All right, Phil, like, do Fred think he got enough in the bag?
Well,
what if Phil, or what if Fred?
I think he do, and I think he's going to bring it up in a debate. Because, or if he don't know, he thinks that Phil has just hurt himself so much that he should easily win this debate.
Yeah,
but he's going to find out about Will because Lisa about to tell him the next episode. Lisa going to tell her
the one who. Go ahead, no, Link. Go ahead, finish that.
So what happened next episode? This will be just throwing something in the dark. Will's going to open up to Lisa, and Lisa somehow is going to tell her dad, like, she's going to have an argument like, you don't know what Will been through. He's a good man. He had to deal with this and deal with that. And he's going to be like, So she's not going to blatantly snitch, but she's going to argue away.
She's going to be saying it out of anger.
Exactly. And he's going to be like, cool. And he's going to bring it up in a debate. But this whole debate idea, I think is a good idea. But what scares me is when the show first got like announced, they already said they have 2 seasons locked in.
Yeah.
So that means I don't think this season is going to end on an election. It's going to end on a debate.
I think this
like for Phil, I thought the end of the season is going to be who's the winner of the election. But then they added the debate in there. Debate is going to be the end of the season of who's going to be the number one candidate.
I think the ending episode of this first season, Will Smith is going to be saying that he want to go back to Philly.
Oh, that means Lisa must have dumped him or something.
Yeah, it's going to be something that happens. We going to be like, yo, like, I think it's just time for me to just leave Bel Air. Like, for good. Like, I want to go home.
There's something going to happen and to make him want to.
Yeah, it's going to be something. It's going to be something like, yo, what's the use of me even being here? Like, it's going to be something along those lines.
I can see him going back to Philly, but you think he's going to go back to Philly for a negative reason? I think it's going to go back.
Yeah, I feel like something's going to happen. I feel like something is going to happen. Is going to make him be like, Philly just like, what's the use of me being here? It's just as bad as Philly. I might as well go home.
Okay, I could see that happening.
But and like again, this is a plot twist.
Yeah. So you want to get into the birthday? Or
Let's get into the birthday.
All right, so the birthday happens and Lisa's
birthday party for Will.
Yeah, Lisa's there. So we're going to get into Will and Lisa. Everybody's there. So this is how you get like Jazz and Hillary back in the same room, right? Because it's Will's birthday. So even though we already talked about Jazz is like 35 years old, but whatever. Will just turned 17.
I think Jazz is 22. I think he's 22.
Yeah, I think he's 22. Yeah, 22, no more than 24. But I think he's 22. Yeah. All right, so he's at the party. He sees Hillary, and that's when Hillary lets everybody know. She apologizes to him because she was acting reckless last time. She paid for the cab money. She was saying crazy stuff. I don't know if they're going to build to something, but definitely they back on positive terms.
You always like you left it open. They left it there. You don't know. From the first episode that Jazz and Hillary was together in, you knew that it was a spark.
Yeah.
Now the next time they together, they kiss.
Yeah.
The next time they together, it's him. They're reconciling their relationship.
Yeah. So
and he telling her she looked good and this and that, and you got 50,000, and I'm living out. I'm in a $50,000 hole. I'm living inside a hotel. Blah 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 blah. It's like
that's gonna. I think season 2, she's gonna be back in the house.
She going to the pool house.
Season. Yeah. I mean, because nobody's in there. But she doesn't want to show her failure. She wants to show
right. That's why she's in a hotel right now.
Exactly. So she got money, just
not
50,000 to give away. Like, let's say she'd be like, yeah, I got like 70,000. I just can't get you 50, bro. That's gonna leave me with a dub, and I got to figure out what I want to do. So that even though if she was a little smarter, she could just do. Cause I think they said what 15K to wear the lingerie in the video.
Yeah, do the
and
post.
You do 5 of them Jones real quick. The next 5 videos, just hold it out. You already hold it out. Hold it out. Get the money on the side, because that's not even your other money. That's just your sponsor money.
Yeah,
here's the 50,000, bro. I'm out. Here's your 50,000. I'm out. You can have that content.
Yeah, but if you don't, but if she continue, but listen, it's a double-edged sword, because
you won't like it and more. And
all
more.
right, you don't want me doing the sexy chef posts, but I end up doing them so I can get the debt off my back. Like,
oh, now you stuck.
What? Yeah, you're stuck. Like, what am I really doing?
Well, she's a Nike. She's a Nike slide, bro. She's been flip flopping the whole time. She don't want to do something. She do something. She don't want to do something. She do something. So. But they reconcile though. They reconcile.
Okay, so we at the party. Everybody's having a good time. We talking. Everybody's talking amongst themselves.
Let's talk about Lisa meeting Mom.
Lisa Wilkes meets Mom Dukes. She meets Va. And Will is saying all these things, and Va's like, he need a strong-headed young woman around, because he gets beside himself at times. And Will like, hold on now, like,
that's my dad, nigga. They ain't.
Yeah, like that was like
you fucking on another man.
Yeah, like, hold on. Now they have their little conversation. It don't last for too long, right?
It's short. But funny part is Carlton's in the background. That's what I want to say. That Carlton was right behind them talking to Jazz.
Yeah,
I was like, what? They right.
Aunt Vivian's on the phone, right? She says, "Damn, the food gonna be late. Your dad's stuck on the 101 traffic." Right, so they're like, "Oh, damn, what was the food?"
Yo, who the white boy from the basketball team? He's from the basketball team that we seen in he was in class writing with
that was one of Will. Yeah, that was.
But I forgot his name. But he was funny though. He like, dang.
No, he's like, I love Roscoe. One of my favorites. All right, cool.
Yeah, just like, nah, I can't get mad at that. Yeah.
All right, now fast forward to now. They like, all right, well, the food gonna be late. Let's get into these gifts. All right.
And one didn't want to do the gifts. You could tell by the face.
Vivian didn't want to do the gifts yet.
Yeah, but
it's his party. You can't tell Will not to do the gifts, right? Side note, let's talk about Carlton's gift. Said he got him some ankle weights because he wanted to, because he needed help with his bunnies.
Yeah, he's like something about his bunnies, going to a fast lane, catching bodies. I know.
Catching bodies and bunnies. He ain't know what he was talking about, right?
But he cared to buy a gift. He cared
enough to buy his cousin a gift, even though he don't like him too much, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first gift that Will opens. It's a picture of Will and his mom when he was a baby.
Will a little too observant here, though. But
he's
mad observant.
Yeah, I
never seen this.
I never seen this photo.
Who took this angle? Yo, Viv, you
did
the picture?
Nah. She like, nah, I wasn't there yet.
She should just say yeah.
So he's analyzing it to the point he's like, yo, my dad had to literally take this photo.
What?
Like
here's the argument, because we do need to go. Did he think he never was there at all? Could he look at the picture like, if he took the picture, that means he was at least there. So I guess they told him he never was, like he just pregnant. Oh, he left.
Well, Will says he remembered bits and pieces about his dad. So
I don't know if that means I'm talking about him.
Bits and pieces mean bits and pieces.
He had to be around a little bit.
You could have 6. You could have saw him at 6, then 10.
No,
12, then 14. Something like that. Like bits and pieces.
Before we get into the next game, I want to talk about that. We did skip when he did confront his mom about telling me about my father early in the episode.
Yeah, when they was walking on the boardwalk.
Yeah, and he said good and bad, and she tells her version of the story. That's just some of them, right? He's a big dreamer. He always had these get rich quick schemes. He owed a lot of money around the city. I paid a lot of the debts, and he took advantage of me. And when you was born, I changed, and he left. So that's the story she gave us. We know what's more than that, because everybody's saying Will might hate the family if he finds out. So
Yeah,
that's definitely not. That still could be his personality. He could have been get rich quick guy. He could have owed some debt, but we know it's something deeper. So him seeing that picture, he's questioning who took the picture.
It's the deep, he digging deep,
Then Aviv, came in with the, Aviv came in with the home run real quick. She came in with the home run real quick.
Aviv, oh man, listen. So Aviv's gift.
Talk about it.
As soon as he opened the box, he like, oh, this is big. Like as soon as he opened the box, it's a Jordan box.
Yeah, you see.
I see the holes in the box. I'm like, oh, you got some off-white 5s. That's exactly what I said, right? So I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be a situation. So they like, oh, they even got MJ autograph on them. That set everything off. Vi was like, oh, you just had to get him the most expensivest gift, huh?
Should I
keep? Viv was like, I ain't know. She said, how much a pair of autographed Michael Jordan shoes go for now? She's like, I ain't know Phil was going to do that. Like,
I didn't know.
Always throwing your money around.
I'm just trying to take care of my son. No, let me stop playing with that narrative.
No, that whole but
that scene got really, because it was quiet.
That was
talking to each other, trying not to get loud, and they couldn't help it. You're trying to show me up in front of my son with your money. After all I did for him, and you wouldn't have had that money if it wasn't for me. Was this the scene where she said you've been carried? This is the same thing. She said, I took care of you.
That quote was crazy. She said Vivian ain't make it to the mountaintop by herself. She was carried. Like,
you didn't climb nothing. What you mean?
Nothing.
Mom took care of you. I took care of you. Then Phil took care of you. You didn't reach the mountain by yourself. You was carried. Third
Game
round.
Over.
That was a wrap.
Game over.
Viv should have just rocked it right there. Like,
Viv should have. You see what? That was deep.
That you split you like divorce parent. Yeah, that was too personal.
Me.
And that's when that's when Viv couldn't hold the quietness. She just said, "I am not your enemy. You're mad at because I'm some of my dreams came true and yours didn't, but I'm not your enemy."
That's and these are sisters. Like these are so. Listen, if this is how your sister talk to you, I hate to see how you talk to somebody you don't like. Like this is your sister.
Well, it was the white girl at the party. That's what Aunt Viv tells somebody she don't like. That's when she came at her.
Yeah, now listen, she ain't even talk to Lisa's stepmom that bad. Like,
no, she just told her to get out of my house. That's basically what she was. That's what she really said.
So imagine, like, this is your sister. This is how you talking to your sister. So I hate to see when you talk to somebody that you really despise.
Thanks.
So they crying, right? After that, they crying. They break apart. Not Vivian. Will and his mom is sitting outside.
Yeah, because it's Carlton and his mom, so you got both conversations.
Well, wait. Let me before I even get there. When they get outside, Carlton has a talk with Will.
This was real.
Finally. Finally,
I didn't like Carlton in the beginning, but I rock with Carlton now, man. He's a man. He's standing up for it. You know what I mean?
Finally, it's happening. Will and Carlton figure it out.
Yeah.
Carlton says, "I can't. I'm upset. I'm upset, but at the same time, I get it. Lisa likes you. We're not together no more, so it's not my right to say who she can and cannot talk to."
Fact.
Now, Link, I'm gonna be honest, right?
All right, let's go.
You
bro.
my cousin. My cousin.
Yeah, bro.
She off limits, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you like her. She off limits, bro.
Here's the crazy part. He been down there for 3 months. That's not, bro. You don't know her. You don't, and you wasn't with her the whole 3 months. Remember, you seen her a couple of times, so you was really like the last month, bro. And now, like, I'm supposed to be okay with you bringing my ex into this house. Like, I see her, and I can't. Nah. Will still. I wrote that down. Will is still nutty for this. That's what I wrote. Will is still nutty for this. He can't.
Yeah, Will's still nutty for this.
Yeah, like everything else Will done, I understand. Everything Will has done, I understand. Besides this,
Lisa being Carlton's ex,
she shouldn't want to do this.
And having feelings for Will, I'm okay for you having feelings for him.
Yeah, facts.
Will, on the other hand, this is your cousin.
You from Philly, bro. Like you just came down here.
You allegedly, according to Aunt Va, she said, Will used to always ask me for a brother. He like, that's funny. Because I always used to ask my mom for a brother too. This your brother, dog.
It's not even cousins no more.
Y'all not even cousins no more. Y'all live in the same house. That's your brother. So you telling me your brother. This is your brother. This how you treat your brother? I would hate to see how you act against your enemies. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling like y'all just don't love each other.
It's disrespectful though. It's just how they doing it. It's like, so Will,
yeah.
So because even Will don't understand what Carlton's saying. Look, I keep it real with you, Will. I was going through stuff before you got here.
Right.
I was the top of lacrosse team, try to be top of my class. I had to be perfect to my parents to the point I'm doing drugs. He didn't say that, but let's keep it. We talking. I'm doing drugs. I'm doing things to try to keep it together. And then like you come and it seems like everything you do, they love. And I'm getting criticized every time. You go to school, every time. Everybody likes you. All the girls want you. Everything I fought hard for, you got like this.
Handed to you. It's handed to you.
And then now
imagine
my shorty, my ex that I still care for, that I still want, that I'm doing crazy stuff to be around her. You get her and you want me to be okay with it? This is the last straw. And we'll say, well, he tried to joke about it. He's like, oh, so you're just saying you're a hater. And it's like,
that Philly.
Yeah, bro,
that was all Philly right there.
Like, come on, bro. What we doing? What we talking about? What we
talking about? Like, but it's like and to wrap that up, it's just like when I see the dynamic between Will and Carlton ever changing episode by episode, it's like, and initially you like, damn, Carlton is just going to like freeze him out, right?
Yeah.
And then you see like the relationship get better between them. And then it's like it's a roller coaster ride ever so slightly between them two, right? The dynamic between Carlton and Will. Yeah. Currently, right? Because Will always, even back in the day in the old show, Will always played Carlton. Like he always joked on him, bust on him, made him feel bad about his height, his clothes, this and that, etc., etc. So it's like now being that it's in a dramatic scene in the dramatic format, you see that the dynamic is really different because Carlton, I'm not gonna say he wants what Will has, he already has those things.
Yeah, it's just Will.
He already has those things, but it's just that
with things he couldn't get away with. He felt like,
but for Will to come in and have like basically everything rolled out to him, it's rubbing him the wrong way.
Yeah, bro. Like, what you mean? Like,
yeah. Now let's get into Will
Carlton or Will
sitting outside. No, Will and his mom sitting outside.
Okay, we talking about them first. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. So when it gets to that, she's expressing how she feels. I believe like she's always I forgot what she said about Aunt Viv, but she's always, I don't think she's throwing shots or something like that. And Will,
it piggybacks on the things that was talking about in the house. It's like your aunt is. I feel like your aunt is trying to replace me.
Yeah,
I feel like your aunt is trying to. I feel like your aunt is going above and beyond.
That's the line she said in the house. We should have talked right after they hit the mountain stuff. She said, "You trying to get my son to do what you did to me? Like you left me, and you want my son to do the same thing." Yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah. Cause he already see. Is even back then when Will was talking about coming back home, and Vivian was like, "You think so?"
Yeah, he got better opportunities out here. You trying to replace me?
He got a mom. Like he got a mom. Like we understand that. Like, but Va just again, it goes back to what we all know, right? Because when she was in the house talking to Carlton, when Vivian was talking to Carlton, and she was like, she did all Va did was she raised Will alone. She did help mom out alone. Oh. She did everything alone. So how would you? No support system.
Well, Vivian always had a support system. We ain't gonna call it Carrie, but she always had a support system.
Yeah, even in Phil not supporting her art, he still supported her art. Yeah, like he still supported her art. Like he just didn't do it in the manner that she would like.
Yeah, because she's spoiled for people giving her man support.
Right. Like, you got to look at it this way. When you, like, you know how that shit go. Like, you elevate, right? It's only two things that's going to happen. Elevate. When you elevate, it's either somebody, like, when you see somebody, you're either going to match it, or you're going to allow them to go further than you. So it's up to you. Right. It's up to you. Only reason Shaq and Kobe worked because it was an elevation thing.
Yeah.
It was an elevation. So Phil supported Vivian, but not to her liking. So it made her feel away, right? Va didn't have a support system. So it's making her feel away currently about her sister and her family. Like, yeah, so
true. It's definitely true.
Hashing it out. Honestly, like just not even on the landscape of the show. Just on a grand scheme of just family. It's like, bro, I feel like anybody will feel away. If you did all these things, but you see your sibling go to the moon and live a life of luxury, it's going to make you feel like, damn, I'm not enough.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to be hard for you to not say, if I got everything they got, I would be the same way, right? Because she looking like,
yes.
You know what? It's funny that if I would have got the same support from moms and I would have been successful too.
Yes.
So I sacrificed my success for yours, and you're not giving me credit. That she been credit. That's all she wants, but she don't. That's not all she wants. She just wants that to the max degree. When you see her, thank you for everything you have done. That's what she needs. That validation that her life, if she sacrificed, it was for a good reason.
This is what I always says. It goes back to anybody in any form of art, any art form. All you want is appreciation.
I'm personal about mine.
You just that's all you want. That's all you want as an artist. That's all you want as a counterpart, a partner, a sibling. You want a simple thank you. You just want appreciation. Somebody to appreciate what you do. No matter what it is. You just want somebody to appreciate what you do. And I feel like finally in that scene is when Va felt appreciated by her sister mostly.
Yeah, when they talk.
Because Will appreciates his mom. He appreciates his mom and everything she does for him. He appreciates that she raised him alone. It's not him. It's really, I feel like it's her sister. And mind you,
facts.
She got more sisters too. They ain't getting all that. They didn't
talk about none of that yet.
They ain't talk about them yet. It's two more sisters.
So to see
if they go with the premise of the actual old show.
What if they all somewhat mad successful? And she's gonna feel like she sacrificed for everybody and nobody. This is cool.
That'd be crazy. But see, it'll be different because remember, one of the sisters ended up marrying a white guy.
Yeah, I don't know if they could do that.
It won't be the same. Like,
it won't be the same.
Like back in the 90s, that was a thing.
And it was fun. And it was funny.
And it was funny because they thought he was the cab driver.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
so because it was a role reversal of like how they treat black people with the white family. So like, it was funny. Now, since it's a drama, that might go left. Like the drama might take it somewhere we don't want it to go. Like, oh my god,
like, or maybe plot twist, or maybe like Lisa stepmom is that character. I don't know because she white.
Facts.
I don't know.
That might be the dynamic.
I'm thinking too hard.
We found out season 2.
So we skipped a vital part of this episode.
What's the part? What did we skip?
When Phil and G was outside and they was doing the boxing with the mitts.
Yes. And this leads to the really end too, so that's perfect. So
this is really important
for the last two.
This is really important. Let's wrap it with G. So Phil wants, obviously, right? He wants
something to Lou. I don't know.
He wants G to find Will dead, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So what effect? We don't know.
We don't.
So G is telling him, like, yo, like, I don't think it'll be like in Will's best interest if I go find him the way you want me to. I'm not that type of brother.
Yeah, at first he's saying like, well, he would damage Will's life, but who are you to decide that? What about like Will or his father? And I think he said he has a son.
Yes.
Saying I like and like I have a son, so and somebody try to keep Carlton from you.
Ooh. And then Phil had the audacity. Wow. The unmitigated gall to tell this man, too bad you work for me.
Yeah, that changed the Phil character.
That changed. I don't care who you are, right? I don't care if you at the top of the totem pole or the lowest man getting paid. When somebody tell you, right, that's basically telling him, in the words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, know your role.
And shut
your role. And shut your damn mouth. That's basically
before we
what
finish
he
this,
told him.
What is your name?
like there's so many words he told him, know your role and shut your mouth. Right? So G is in the office. He has a letter.
I thought he is quitting.
I'm thinking he about to quit. He about to take the letter and put it on the desk. I'm thinking this is him resigning. I'm thinking this is him giving his resignation to the Banks estate. Link, remember how many times he quit in the back in the day show? He quit a lot. He used to quit a lot. Like, y'all not paying me right. I'm out. Y'all not giving me vacations. I'm out. Like, so Will comes in. He like, damn, G, let me holler at you real quick. So I'm like, all right. Will.
I thought G already knew everything. So I thought he was about to spill the bean. I thought it was like, this is how he finds out. Okay, then we're gonna find out, but
we're gonna find out. No, let's just Will comes in, talks to G, like, listen, man, like, I need you to do me a favor. And G like, what's the favor?
Yeah, how big is the favor?
He like, yo, I need you to find what's up with my pops. Like where he at, what he doing. He like, that's a real big favor. But again, Phil already asked him the same thing. So G already probably know where your dad at, what he doing, et cetera, et cetera. So,
all right, I'm gonna ask you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you, right? Obviously, we're gonna end up knowing who Will Dad is and his part that he plays in this story, right?
Facts.
Soon. That could be established just by watching this episode, right?
Yes.
Now, in my opinion, I'm gonna add, again. No, this is my question to you. Do you think they should hold off and just keep Will's dad, as a cliffhanger? Because we all know the scene. Why he don't want me, man. We all know that, right? So do we want to force ourselves to get that sooner than later?
I didn't want this, man. It just happened.
I'm gonna take you on the road. We gonna hook back up.
Phil just want to hear? You a better man than me, Phil? You want to hear?
Yeah, to hell with him.
It's like, hey, daddy, yo.
Yeah. I got Will. His gift. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do we want to force that already? Or do we want to just?
All right. So this is weird because I think it's 12 episodes for the season. They're on episode 8. So are you saying, you're asking me, should they wait to the finale or do a next episode?
Yeah. Do they wait? Because
I think they're going to wait because you need time for Jeffrey to find them. I want to know the next episode. I want to know because, all right. So do you think the envelope was him resigning or information on Will's father?
I think that was G leaving.
Yeah. So I don't think he even attempted to look for Will's father.
No.
When Will said it, he went, I might as well get paid to do it anyway. He want to see him. I'm going to get paid from Phil to do it. And then I'm going to quit after that. Yeah. He probably won't quit. Will, I think Phil might realize how wrong he was for stepping to that degree, even though he's trying to protect his family. I do agree it's hard. And then right now with the whole election, I think that's why he don't want him to pop up.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you don't want, obviously Phil don't want no more pop-ups, no more secrets, no more lies, no more people popping out of the woodworks like Pop-Tarts out the toast.
How crazy this is?
They don't want none of that.
You know, these are his kids. But everything that's happening here has nothing to do with his side of the family.
That's what he said.
So he like, yo,
that's what he said, though.
I'm really going
he said,
through
none
all
of
this.
He said, none of this got anything to do with me. That's everybody else.
Yeah, that's some that's some Philly motherfuckers.
He like, yo, like he told the boy at the golf course, he like, yo, I'm squeaky clean.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I grew up well. My family picked
not your family.
No, not the woman you decide to get with, bro. Your woman was crazy and she had crazy kids and she had crazy nephews and sisters. You got with that. You went into that family.
Yeah. So that's the end of the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's the end of the show.
Now, this show is finished. Before we talk even more, is the show a win? Where are they in the season, brother? Are they 7-1 in your opinion? Are they 8-0?
This show, right? I said this on the internet, right? I said, yo, this show might be the best show on TV right now.
There we go. 8-0.
No filler. Like usually, I'm gonna be honest. Like, let me tell y'all about shows that I like, shows that pop up, like new shows. It usually take me a while to warm up the new shows, and y'all probably know this already. I shot this show down from production.
Yeah.
So it being so good and a drama at that is weekly. I'm keeping up with it.
Yeah,
I'm in detail. I'm doing episodes on the internet about it with YouTube. I'm in. They got me. When award season pop around, there's no reason why they shouldn't at least get some type of nominations. This is incredible. I'm enjoying it. 8 episodes in, and I think they all have been a hit.
Yeah, I think they're 8-0. They in the playoffs. I think they got a great chance to win this whole thing, bro. They're gonna win a chip. Like I don't.
This thing is beautiful, man.
It's setting up that the last game of the season is going to be crazy. They just have to execute.
That's another thing. They got to get back to Will being on the court too. I want to see some more of that.
Well, that's the crazy part. That's why I think this show is interesting. And all shows does this, but I just want to say,
your camera off.
It's no problem. I'm about to say the words. We're gonna close the scene out. So, Thank you for watching the video. Comment at the bottom. We catch y'all in the next one.
Rest in peace, Razor Ramon. Bad guy.
You need people like you. Well, that's the